Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Type or like let me know in some way. I have no means. I'm like 5 seconds ahead of you, light years mentally. But now, can you hear me? Just type something in the chat box if I'm actually live and all that. Right, welcome. This is a PE with Joe Wicks. Um, Lovely stuff. I've retreated to the west wing of Adams Towers. First of all, everyone should have a link to their answer sheet. Before we do anything, if you get right at the bottom of that, there's save and three tick boxes. At the end of the quiz, you must click save, then the three tick boxes, then finish. Don't do it beforehand, otherwise you'll get very few points. Okay? I'm just going to wait for a couple of seconds as Mr. Johnson has requested. Hello, all of you. By the way, hope everyone is well. It's an unusual time, is it not? If you want to join forces with other people, your friends or so on, that's fine. Um, start a WhatsApp chat, Facebook group chat, whatever, to discuss answers. No, I won't shut up, Andy. Okay. And what will happen is you submit your answers, and then there are sort of ideal answers, but they will suggest alternatives to it, which I will mark, and so on. It's not going to be quite the normal format. There's no music because the YouTube channel will be taken down. Okay. So there's going to be 15 questions, then a bit where you can work that you can work amongst yourselves for a few minutes, and then 15 more questions, and that's it. Okay, lovely stuff. I'm going to start now. Andy, you ready? So we just got to wait for Andy and Janine, who are yeah. Hello, Jack. Yes, 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 lads. Lovely stuff. It's not that kind of event. I can't be clear enough about that. Sorry if I'm a bit hoarse. I've had approximately 4,000 cigarettes in the last 24 hours. We still have to wait for Andy. It's nice to see such a large and intellectually diverse group of individuals here, by the way. We're just going to wait till Andy's ready. Andy, when you and Janine are ready, just let us know, yeah? Andy is now ready, okay, which means you're all ready, which means we can begin. And we'll begin with question number one, which is on broadcasting. Until the year 2008, ladies and gentlemen, it was known as Virgin Radio, at which point it was heavily deflowered and changed its name. By what name is this station or group of stations now known? 2008, it changed its name from Virgin Radio to the name by which it is currently known. What is that name now? Okay. I am very well, thank you, Martin. Question number 2 is on brands and slogans, ladies and gentlemen, as makeup. Which brand of makeup, on which subject I'm obviously an expert, is advertised as the makeup of makeup artists? The makeup of makeup artists. There's a slogan used to advertise which brand of makeup? The makeup of makeup artists. Sorry, I can't provide pub background noise. I would invite you round, but that's not really on, and you're not welcome. See? Emma knows this one. Question 3 are the 3 answers, 3 from 4 possible answers I need here. We all had, probably remember at school, we all had difficult teachers who were reluctant to give good grades or nice messages on report cards or that sort of thing, but I can guarantee that I had much worse than you did, because one of my teachers was the notoriously hard to impress Shania Twain. In the song That Don't Impress Me Much, she is specifically not impressed by 4 things. Can you name 3 of them? 3 of the 4 things which failed to impress Shania Twain in the song That Don't Impress Me Much. But those of you who want pub background noise, much of the pub background noise that I get whilst doing the quiz is someone walking into the front door going, "Oh, there's a quiz on," and then going to the slip. So Badger's already a step ahead of you there. Just 3 of the 4 things. There are 4 things. The last one's at the end. And if you can make it that far through the song, you're a better man than I. And there may be other reasons in which you're a better man than I. In fact, I'd hope you are. The question 4 is on the Badgers being premature and books, literature, comics, that sort of thing. Albert Uderzo recently passed away, ladies and gentlemen. Albert Uderzo, who was responsible, or mostly, or chiefly associated with which series of cartoons or comic strip books? Albert Uderzo. 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 The question 5 is on films and sports, sort of. The Olympic Games, ladies and gentlemen, the Olympic Games in 2012, you may remember that. The opening ceremony, ladies and gentlemen, was the work of which film director? Which film director responsible for the opening ceremony of the 2012 Olympics? Okay, that's question 5 again for those who were buffering. Um, the film director responsible for the opening ceremony of the 2012 Olympics. It is not, as Kathy has suggested, Lars von Trier. Thank you. God loves a von Trier, though, doesn't he? Jesus. Question 6 is on TV and musical instruments. Many of you may remember or be aware of the TV series Coronation Street. For some, a tantalising glimpse into Lancashire life. For Andrea, childhood. The famous theme tune, of course, ladies and gentlemen. But what instrument is the famous theme tune for Coronation Street played? What musical instrument is that? Corrie, 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 Corrie. On which musical instrument is the solo from the theme tune of Coronation Street played? Question 7, which is quite impenetrable to people who don't do this every week, I apologise, is today's links question. Okay? What I'm going to give you is a series of 10 things, which are all linked in a certain way. They may initially appear to be somewhat disconnected, but in fact, no, they are all connected. Okay? Write these down, maybe, and think about it. You've got the whole rest of the quiz to do it, of course. So what links the following 10 things? The 1994 Academy Award for Best Picture. The musician Prince. A Marvel Comics newspaper. Guinness. A term used by politicians Alan Clark and Godfrey Bloom that is very racist. A terrible TV show starring Kate O'Mara and Larry Lamb. That's one for the kids. Touch my face, sorry. A song title which provided different hit singles for Elvis Presley and Bread. A Jim Carrey film, or Jim Carrey film from the last 90s. From the last 90s, the late 90s. I'm an idiot. The late 90s. A moderately a moderately amusing car crash in Top Gear. And the frenulum. Frenulum. Some of them are straightforward answers, some of them are just suggested by them. It's very difficult. I'll give you those again. The 1994 Best Picture Oscar, the musician Prince, a terrible TV show starring Kate O'Mara and Larry Lamb, a racist term used by Alan Clark and Godfrey Bloom, a newspaper in Marvel Comics, a title of a song, which was a hit single for Elvis Presley and later Bread. Guinness, a 1997 Jim Carrey film, a Top Gear car crash, and the frenulum. I should point out that those last two clues are not particularly helpful at all, nor are they designed to be. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, a treat for regulars at the quiz. Gird your loins and fasten your safety belts. It's time for today's exciting two-digit A-road question, which is the most partridge of all the questions. Okay? I'm going to give you the route of an A road, which is A, and then two numbers. And all you need to do is tell me which road follows this route. Okay? So it runs between Warrington at the north and Leicester at the south. Okay? It passes through such places as Market Harborough, where I once had a pleasant Sunday lunch with my mother. Old Stratford, which is not where Manchester United play. Very near Newport Pagnell service station. Burton-on-Trent. Near Derby. Blythe Bridge. Hatton, Hilton, Foston, all fictional places probably. The Doveridge bypass. Longton, near Stoke-on-Trent. And Warrington. Which A road is that, ladies and gentlemen? Runs 99.3 miles between Warrington and Leicester by Stoke-on-Trent, Uttoxeter, Derby, awful places all. Which two-digit A road is that? Question number 9 is on music and things. As well as being the names of composers, Mozart, Chopin, and Vivaldi are also names that can be given to three different types of what? So as well as being composers, Mozart, Chopin, and Vivaldi are three different names that can be given to three different types of what? Question 10, hello everyone, is on geography and actors. Which geographical name, the name of a place, can precede the surnames Fanning, Richards, and Johnson to provide the names of three different actresses? So which geographical name can precede the surnames Fanning, Richards, and Johnson to provide the names of three different actresses? Question 11 is on high quality television. Last year, ladies and gentlemen, the happy event of the birth of Rex Toby Francis, I'm not giving you the surname, that'll give it away, became the first child in an advert for eugenics, born of two different winners of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Which two winners are they? A couple who had a child last year called Rex. Two winners, two people who both won that dreadful jungle-based program. Who are they? Question 12, ladies and gentlemen, is on sport that might actually happen. Remember sport? It was good sport, wasn't it? October is a long way away, ladies and gentlemen, but that is when the World T20 cricket is meant to start. In which country? In which country is the men's World T20 cricket set to take place in October of this year? Question 13 is on products. Which product was, when it was first launched, called the Soundabout in the USA, the Freestyle in Australia and Sweden, and the Stowaway in the UK? It's now known everywhere by the same name, but it was called the Soundabout in the USA, the Freestyle in Australia and Sweden, and the Stowaway in the UK when it was first launched. What is that? Now, question 14 is on films and things in common. A six-word title of a film from 1989, directed by Oliver Stone, a Best Picture nominee. The title of it describes, amongst other people, Giuseppe Garibaldi, Neil Simon, Nathaniel Hawthorne, Alec and Eric Bedser, Bill Withers, Prince Michael of Kent, and Post Malone, all described by this film. The opposite of this film describes John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and James Monroe, presidents all. And that's appropriate. Marie Curie, Barry White, and Eric Sykes, amongst other people. What is that six-word film title? So, six-word film title from 1989, a film directed by Oliver Stone, was nominated for Best Picture. The title describes Giuseppe Garibaldi, Neil Simon, Nathaniel Hawthorne, the Bedser twins, Bill Withers, Prince Michael of Kent, and Post Malone. And it describes the opposite of it describes John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and James Monroe, appropriately enough. Marie Curie, Barry White, and Eric Sykes, amongst many other people. What is that film title? And question 15 is on music. The longest ever title of a UK #1 hit single was in 1998 by a Welsh band. What is the title of this song? The longest ever title of a #1 hit in the UK was in 1998 by a band from Wales. What is that title? Hold on, can I create an infinite loop here? Bear with me a sec, sorry. Okay, yeah. No, I can't because there's too much glare. That's annoying. Never mind. Okay. The next 10 answers, ladies and gentlemen, are for to think about for a little while. Okay. So, there is in existence a version of Monopoly based on York. Okay? York Monopoly. All I need you to do is give me, in the next 10 spaces, your guess for the 10 of the 11 most valuable properties. Okay? So that's just the properties, not. So the bars are the equivalent of the stations, so it's none of them. Okay? There are a combination of streets, businesses, and buildings. Okay? So just 10 of the 11 most valuable properties. That's your next 10 answers. Okay? So it takes you from 16 to 25. Okay? You've got a few minutes to do that. So I'm going to have a fag on screen in a house because I'm scum. It's not a good handle, this, is it? Maybe I'm not Joe Wicks after all. That's better. In the background is a picture of my parents. By the way, that's nice, isn't it? Yeah, next question will be in, say, 5 minutes or so, okay? So feel free to charge your glasses or, I don't know, anything. It should go without saying that if you don't use your phone or anything, you can get in trouble for doing that sort of thing, or not doing that sort of thing, more pertinent, giving the impression that you might stay clear of that sort of thing. Well, no. This is like the countdown clock. Okay, this is how long it is until the next question. It's not long. Is anybody specifically unready for it? No? Okay, good. Let's go. So the next question is question 26, okay? What I've done here is I've read a number of Wikipedia articles about bad bastards. These are some bad people I've read the Wikipedia articles of, and then found some completely unprepossessing passages from them. All you need to do is tell me to whom this paragraph refers, from whose Wikipedia page this is taken. There are a couple of clues, and Charles de Gaulle said to be his favourites. Black Stallions, an association football in which he enjoyed playing at centre forward and followed the English club Arsenal. So, other interests included writing poetry, reading, with the works of Field Marshal Bernard Montgomery, and Charles de Gaulle said to be amongst his favourites. Black Stallions, of course, and association football, in which he enjoyed playing as centre forward and followed the English club Arsenal. All words, ladies and gentlemen, taken from the Wikipedia article of which bad human being? Okay, I've been asked to repeat that. So, question 26, this is, which is a passage taken from a Wikipedia article of a bad human being. All you need to do is tell me to whom this relates. Other interests included writing poetry, reading, with the works of Field Marshal Bernard Montgomery and Charles de Gaulle said to be among his favourites. Black Stallions, an association football, in which he enjoyed playing at centre forward, and followed the English club Arsenal. Words written about which low quality human being? Okay, question 27 is on films. Freddie Mercury, ladies and gentlemen, the lead singer of Queen and the only singer who was a liquid at room temperature. In the film Bohemian Rhapsody, he's played by Rami Malek. Can you name any of the other actors, the other three actors, who played any of the other members of Queen? Freddie Mercury, the lead singer of Queen in the film Bohemian Rhapsody, is played by Rami Malek. Can you name any of the actors who played any of the other members of Queen in the film? Question 28 is on sport. Sportsman Curly Neal died yesterday. Curly Neal. He died yesterday after playing an incredible 6,000 or more games in 97 countries in a 25-year career, and he won all of them. For which team did he play? Curly Neal, who died yesterday, played more than 6,000 games in 97 countries over a 25-year period and won every single one of them. For which team did he play? Question 29 is on computer games of yesteryear, sorry. Underwater Agent, The Aquatic Games, Operation Starfish, and most famously, Codename RoboCod are all games starring which title character? Underwater Agent, The Aquatic Games, Operation Starfish, and most famously, Codename RoboCod are all games starring which title character? Whoever wanted 28 repeating, sorry. Curly Neal, who died yesterday, played over 6,000 games in 97 countries over a 25-year career and won all of them. For which team did he play? Question 30. Janine, listen, it's on geography. There are 7 countries in the world which end with the letters STAN, S-T-A-N, STAN. Which of them is the largest? The largest country in the world in surface area which ends with the letters STAN. What is it? Question 31, ladies and gentlemen, good news. Roundtree Park is set to reopen soon. We can all pop down to the lake and throw IOUs to the ducks. Duck, of course, is a popular term of affection in an English county which features places like Matlock Bath, Bolsover, and New Mills. What county is that, ladies and gentlemen, in which duck is a popular term of affection and which boasts thriving metropoles like Matlock Bath, Bolsover, and New Mills? Which county are they all in? Question 32 is on sport and football, and were the Premier League season to end now, which could happen. Never know, do you, Francine? Could happen. Might be cancelled because all the players are dead, for example. Which three teams would be relegated from the Premier League? You need all three. Three teams would be relegated from the Premier League season, the current bottom three. Which three are they? Question 33, ladies and gentlemen, is on TV. In which TV series would we have come across the parliamentary constituency of Dunny-on-the-Wold? The parliamentary constituency of Dunny-on-the-Wold features in which TV series? You don't need to be too specific. Question 34. Drowning, having a stroke, being shot, being drowned, being poisoned. Oh no, I said drowned again. Being poisoned, being in an air crash, and being in an explosion twice. Are the deaths of 8 not so different characters in which classic film of 1949? Drowning, having a stroke, being shot, poisoning, an air crash, and 2 bomb explosions. The deaths of 8 not so different characters in which classic film of 1949? Question 35. Prince Charles, ladies and gentlemen, Prince Charles has got the coronavirus. I know, which is no surprise considering one way of catching it is from eating a rotten old bat. Other people to have it, of course, include Boris Johnson, the Health Secretary Matt Hancock, and which former model and actress, which is generous, tended to firstly in hospital and now at home by her husband Sam Kane, formerly of Brookside. Who is that? Former glamour girl, she might be described. Boris Johnson's had it. Johnson, Johnson handclap. Ed Balls must be shitting himself. A glamour girl has also had it, unfortunately, now been tended to by her husband Sam Kane off of Brookside. Who is that woman? Question 36, ladies and gentlemen. There isn't much to do at the moment. I've developed an interest in becoming a noddy holder, ladies and gentlemen. Noddy holder. Everyone needs to do that when they're on their own. Noddy holder. Noddy holder, of course, front man of Slade. He was not called Noddy Holder when he was born. What is the real first name of Noddy Holder? The real first name of Noddy Holder, ladies and gentlemen. What is it? Question 37 is on Cluedo-style deaths. What I'm going to read to you now is the culprit, the means of killing, and the location, as if it were a game of Cluedo. For the death of someone, all you need to do is tell me who died in this way, okay? So, the culprit, some nobles and one right-wing politician. The weapon of choice was poison, then some more poison, then a gun, then a cloth, then some weights, and then a river. The location was the palace and then the river, okay? Which death? Whose death? In 1916, would that be the Cluedo answer to? In the same way that, of course, Amy with the wine in the house would be Amy Winehouse. So the nobles and the right-wing politician with the poison, then more poison, then a gun, then a cloth, then some weights, then a river. Oh, and concrete boots as well. Which took place first in the palace and then in the river. Description of which? The death of which man who died in 1960? Question 38, ladies and gentlemen, is on sport and geography. One of the most notable achievements of all time in sport is that of the country which began and ended an Olympic Games as different countries. So it began the 1964 Olympics under the name Northern Rhodesia, but having declared independence on the day of the closing ceremony, finished them under the name they're known as now. What country is that? So it started in 1964 as Northern Rhodesia, but by the time of the closing ceremony, they'd declared independence and finished them under their current name. What name is that? The country formerly known as Northern Rhodesia. Question 39, ladies and gentlemen, is on booze. Atomic vodka, Atomik. Atomic vodka is made from rye grains, found near to which Eastern European place which came to prominence in 1986? Atomic vodka is made from rye grains, found near to which Eastern European location which came to prominence in 1986? Question 40, the last one, then we're going to have about 5-10 minute break, is on the internet. For what does the internet abbreviation ISTATOY stand? For what does the internet abbreviation ISTATOY? Istatoy. For what does that stand, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, everybody okay? Yeah? Excellent. Yes. So if you go to your answer sheet and click on save when you've finished. Oh, no, not yet, actually. No, don't do that yet. Don't do that yet. Sorry. I'll be back in 1 minute, okay? I'll tell you what to do. Don't do anything just yet. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're now at the last bit of the quiz, which is a big old-fashioned game of Pointless, okay? Everyone knows how to play Pointless, yes? Lovely stuff. So, what you need to do is give me 3 obscure answers to this question, okay? Now I gave 100 of my friends, and I have 103 friends now, okay? I gave them 100 seconds, okay? And this is inflation adjusted, okay? So it's basically the most ticket sales, okay? For the 100 highest grossing films of all time, okay? In your answer spaces 41, 42, and 43, write your 3 attempted pointless answers for that. So you're looking for, of the 100 highest grossing films, inflation adjusted, so basically the most spectators, you're looking for the most obscure 3. Okay, the winners of this will A, get 5 points, and B, will be the person who suggests the highest film. So if more than one team gets a pointless answer, the film that took the most that nobody said is going to win, okay? If more than one team gets it, you share the points, okay? Straightforward. So looking for of the 100 highest grossing films of all time, anyone that none of my friends suggested has been in that list. You'll be able to give me 3 answers, and that's in answer space 41, 42, and 43. Okay, go. There are 20 pointless answers, by the way. I was doing a quiz in that interim period, by the way, because I'm obsessed. I did okay, but not brilliantly. It's a bit annoying. I'm meant to be timing this, aren't I? Yeah. Yeah. So, got a minute. 30 seconds left. So 41, 42, and 43 are 3 most obscure films that have been the highest 100 grossing films of all time. They're all Western films, by the way. So they may be, that's what I mean. Don't be clever and choose like Bollywood films or something like that, because they're not right. Unfortunately for Badger, who's only ever seen Braveheart, by the way, that's very unlucky. He does watch it every day, though, at least once. Daubs himself in woad. Bathroom's a state. Blue everywhere. It's awful. Okay, 5 seconds. Okay. So, what I'd like to do, right, on the bottom of your answer sheet, you'll find there's a green box that says save. Click on that, save. Fill the boxes, the 3 tick boxes at the bottom, okay? And then press finish. Okay? And I've got some work to do now on the marking. In fact, no, I'll mark it and give you the answers as we go along. Okay, so here we are. Is everybody ready for the answers? Is anybody not ready for the answers? Okay, so question 1. Virgin Radio changed its name to Absolute Radio. Any disputes, I will sort at the end. The makeup artist of makeup artists is Max Factor. Yeah, the 3 things are, well, the 4 things are being a rocket scientist. That doesn't impress you now. I'm very unimpressed. Being Brad Pitt. Owning a car, she's not impressed by that, which is reasonable. Or being Elvis, which is at the end. Okay. Take off your shoes to get in the car. What? No, that's bullshit. It does say 3. I said 3 out of 4. Whoever said that? You're a rocket science. Thank you, Ian. Jesus. Yeah. Yes. God, there's a lot of variables here. Albert Uderzo wrote Asterix or Asterix and Obelix. Did not write the Beano or 2000 AD. Nice. The Coronation Street theme is played on the cornet, which I'm delighted to say you've all these answers are wrong anyway. Some people might have got it right, but there's a lot of wrong answers. Those composers are also the names of potatoes, ladies and gentlemen. Potatoes. The A road was the A50, ladies and gentlemen. That's exciting, isn't it? The I'm a Celebrity parents were Stacey Solomon and Joe Swash. Lovely stuff. Peter Shilton and Anne Robinson. That is a disgusting answer. The World T20 is in Australia. That's the Walkman, ladies and gentlemen. The Walkman was known as the Soundabout, freestyle, and stowaway. Bop It, nice. The films, yes, they were all born on the 4th of July, or the opposite was that they died on the 4th of July, all those people. Good. Well done. I'm impressed with that. People who got that right, which is many of you. The long Welsh song is if you tolerate this, then your children will be next. Good. Okay. Question 16 up to 25. The properties are as follows, ladies and gentlemen: York Minster, the Shambles, Petergate, Minstergate, the Coppergate Centre, Betty's, Clifford's Tower, the University of York, York Dungeon, Warmgate, and Jorvik Viking Centre. Okay? This might take a while to go through these, I'll be honest. I will accept Clifford, although technically he's an oversized red dog. Do something yourself for 2 minutes. This is going to take forever. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I've done all that now. 26, the Wikipedia bastard was Osama bin Laden. Well done to the team who got that. Well done. The sports team, the Harlem Globetrotters. Well done. The 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 actors were William Lee, Ben Hardy, and someone Mazzello, whose name I've forgotten. The closest answer that anyone has got to that is the team who put the little shit from Jurassic Park, which has made me laugh, and you get the point. The computer games were James Pond, ladies and gentlemen. James Pond's codename Robocod. The biggest stan is Kazakhstan. Some very interesting spelling. The county is Derbyshire, ladies and gentlemen. Derbyshire. Do you get that one, Colin? The relegated teams will be Villa, Bournemouth, and Norwich. The TV program was Blackadder the Third, technically. Dunny on the Wold, of course. The film was Kind Hearts and Coronets, ladies and gentlemen, all, of course, played by Alec Guinness. The actress of sorts, Linda Lusardi, ladies and gentlemen. Lads? Yeah? Bit of laddie banter there, enjoyed that. Rasputin, ladies and gentlemen, was the person who died in this way. Noddy Holder's real name is Neville Holder. The country that changed its name was Zambia. The location of the vodka was Chernobyl. And ISTATOY is I saw this and thought of you. I see there's a toupee on you. Good. And your linked question, which I haven't done yet. Okay, so bear with me. So, the 1994 Academy Award was won by The Piano. Prince, of course, was formerly known as Symbol. That's helpful. The terrible TV show was Triangle. Politicians Alan Clark and Godfrey Bloom, of course, referred to somewhere in Africa as Bongo Bongo Land. The Marvel Comics newspaper, the Daily Bugle. This on title was The Guitar Man. Guinness, of course, uses the harp as its logo. The 1997 Jim Carrey film was Liar Liar. The Top Gear car crash very nearly crushed Richard Hammond's organs. And the frenulum is the correct biological term for the banjo string. Happy lockdown. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, your 20 pointless films are. Your 20 pointless top grossing films are as follows: MASH, The Swiss Family Robinson, Twister, The Best Years of Our Lives, don't know what that is, Smokey and the Bandit, Tootsie, The Passion of the Christ, The Greatest Show on Earth, Spider-Man 2 from 2004, The Towering Inferno, The Bells of St. Mary's, Blazing Saddles, The Robe, Airport, presumably not the one with Jeremy Spate, Pinocchio, Love Story, Thunderball, Fantasia, The Sting, and Dr. Zhivago. Those are your pointless answers, ladies and gentlemen. Let me eliminate the non-pointless answers that I have here. Someone suggested Fantasia. Well done. Someone suggested Spider-Man 2. Well done. Someone suggested Pinocchio. So we have 3 possible pointless answers there. Airport, someone has suggested. Well done. And no pointless answers in that last batch. Okay. So the pointless answer, the most obscure pointless answer, with the most people is Fantasia. So whoever got that, which I will find out, have got 5 points. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. The quiz has now terminated, and I will produce a leaderboard for you all to look at. Okay, here, ladies and gentlemen, is your leaderboard. Some impressive work going on. But the winners, as you'll see, a krypton factor of 29 are the team Sukuk, ladies and gentlemen. Sukuk, the winners of tonight's quiz. Well done to Sukuk, who has pulled out again. I've been told I did not count the pointless answer. I apologise. The winners are Sukuk, ladies and gentlemen. But you have got 28. You're only a point behind, Stephanie. Okay? Are you happy? Good. Right, bear with me. Right, well done, everyone. Sorry about the sound quality. It appears to have gone downhill. I apologise. There'll be a quiz next Wednesday, which will be ironed out. All complaints and so on and suggestions will be taken on board. Maybe doing some marking as it goes on, for example, and not leaving it all to do and leaving you with nothing to do for 15 minutes. That's a good idea. Thank you all for turning up. I hope to see you all very soon, hopefully in pubs and things like that. Until then, bye.